So the other day when I was discussing people that may potentially join the Origin SMP in the future, I asked you guys to give me some cool ideas for certain people you want to join the Origin SMP sometime in the future. Of course, I've gotten a lot of comments of many different Origin ideas for many different people, but one of the ones I saw the most commonly done right now is for Dream. I've also managed to find a collection of other ideas via the Origin's Discord server as well, which I'll always link in the description down below when I use them in any form of discussion, so just make sure to go check it out if you're not in there already. And hey, if you've been enjoying the Origin-based content or any form of modded-based content for Minecraft, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, as there's a lot of people around right now that haven't exactly done that. It'd be highly appreciated if you do that, as well as leave a like down below. Either way, let's get started. So I thought I'd make this clear. At this point in time, it's not confirmed if Dream is going to be joining the Origin SMP. This is just a bunch of ideas coming from you guys in the comments and in the other server as well. Which a lot of these ideas, which I thought were pretty cool enough to make a video talking about these ideas on their own. Either way, we go through the first one, which comes from one of you guys in the comment sections of my videos, a guy called Joshua Goldsmith. Doing a Dream Origin based on Soulbound. The Soulbound experience that came back from the deaf, seeking those who wronged them. Running through the pros and cons, we got the pros are the powers of the souls. An ability where if you use a soul, you have no physical limitations and you can use other bodies for your bidding. When standing on soul sand and activating this ability, you can gain one random Origin's power with one random con nerf. Lasts for 2 minutes with a 5-minute cooldown. The Origin will also be randomly selected from whatever dimension that you're in. Essentially speaking, if you're in the overworld, it'll be based upon one of the many overworld origins. If you're in the nether, it'll be based on one of the many nether based origins. Next up, we've got already dead. Souls have already passed on, so upon death, you have a 50% chance of not dying but losing all of your items instead. I'm assuming that this is in reference that your items will just burst out everywhere regardless if you actually do end up dying or not. If it ends up being the other side of the stone where it's just like your items just disappear for completely, it'd be pretty much more of a con than a pro. Undead speed. You being with the souls, you can run super fast on soul sand and soul sand like speed in the overworld. 2 times faster in soul sand and on barefoot 2.5 on enchanted soul sand speed boost, and 1.5 faster in normal soul speed with soul speed boost 1. Night/End and never exclusive pro. Nightmares protected from the harsh sun and your true power unbind as you fight. Gain 2 hearts, jump speed and strength boost, and upon death you summon 2 vexes to fight alongside you. Daytime exclusive pro. You got peaceful spirit. You may be an undead spirit, but that doesn't make you heartless, and you can tame animals quicker, and they also have a slight boost. Side note, at night or anywhere that is in the overworld, they will also have a small chance to go aggro on you instead of being tamed. Running through the neutral abilities, we've got Soul Brothers. Being ghost-like, such other entities, guards, vexes, and phantoms won't attack you unless provoked. Home. You have no real home, but wherever you spawn will be a grave reminder. Spawn with 3 soul sand and 3 dirt blocks. Translution. You are dead, so people can see through, but unlike the distant cousins of the phantoms, they do not burn in sunlight. Running through the cons, we've got Dead Life. You are newly revived from the dead, so you aren't able to use it yet, so you have 5 hearts and hunger faster than normal people. Never forget, upon death, your anger rises on the thing that killed you. You must slay that thing that killed you, or suffer mind fatigue and weakness that will wear off only when the target is killed, or after 10 minutes. Unwanted. Villagers and pillagers, all forms are naturally frightened by you, and villagers will not choose to trade with you, and any golems naturally spawned will prioritize you and deal 1.25 more damage to you. I note, ever having player-made golems target the player that made them is a bit of a silly thing to do, because they're programming the game to never target that player regardless if you hit them or not. Uselessness. Dead has its perks, but being dead, you gain no use for totems or gapples. Running through the next Origin idea, coming straight from the Origin's Discord server, a user known as Stardust Zone, have the Dreamer Origin Part 1. Secret race hidden away in a dreamscape. Running through the pros and cons, starting off with the pros. Sleeping Primary. Shoots a small beam of light which makes players and entities fall asleep for 1 second while dealing 2 hearts of damage. Beam range is 30 blocks with a 2-second cooldown. Comatose. Deem Dreams Primary. Shoots a medium-sized beam of light which makes players and entity fall asleep for 5 seconds while dealing 3 hearts of damage. Any mob hit will gain immunity to this move for 5 seconds after awaking. The damage is reduced to 1.5 hearts. This beam range is 40 blocks and it has a 2-second cooldown. Spell Rest Secondary. Shoots green sparkles out of yourself which gives you and those around you regeneration 2 for a duration of 5 seconds. Resistance 1 with the duration of 10 seconds. Only works on you, other players, and dogs around you. Radius of 5 blocks with a 20-second cooldown. Nightmare. The Deep Dream secondary ability shoots dark clouds out of yourself which gives blindness for 10 seconds, giving you strength 1 for 15 seconds and those around you blindness for 11 seconds and slowness 2 for 11 seconds. Only works on mobs, players, and other players' dogs with a 20-second cooldown. Extreme Energy. You lose less hunger and have a permanent speed 1 effect. effect. Deep dreams. Sleeping heals you 2 hearts and gives you 2 saturation bars. It will also replace your 2 abilities for 20 seconds. Big sleeper. Lets you sleep at any time, day or night. Dream mark. Lets you sleep in the end and the never. Hold primary button to activate this. This is also a non-toggleable. Running through the cons, we've got headache. Oversleeping can hurt your head, so critical hits and arrows can give you slowness 3 and blindness 2 for seconds. Sleep deprived. You will gain slowness 1 and hunger every 2 days you don't sleep. Bed bugs. Any bugs near you will scare you, giving you slowness 1. And nightmare fuel. Fire, spiders, and origins and enderman origins can scare you, making you deal 1.5 times damage towards those origins in particular. Running through another submission by a guy called Kazan, this Origins of Dream will join the Origin SMP. Human Blobbed, an evolved species of the slime origin. Running through the pros and cons. The pros, height manipulation, can shrink or grow in size/height from 1 block tall to being 10 blocks tall. Evolved species has speed 2 when on grass. Species related, magma cubes and slimes will not attack you but will protect you if someone starts attacking you, and you also get strength 1 for 2 minutes when near them. Blob special, by pressing G you can do a stomp attack when you're in a 10 blocks tall form, and by pressing G in your normal size you can shapeshift into anyone that use their abilities for as long as you want. Just a quick side note for this ability here, I would personally change it so you only get 1 pro and 1 con from the person's origin that you choose to take. And you have that origin pros and con until you either die or take someone else's choice, or you remove it yourself by pressing the ability without being near anyone. Otherwise it would just be too overpowered. Going through the neutral abilities, you've got height speed. If you're 1 block tall you get speed to infinity and do things faster. If you're 10 blocks tall you do things slower and get slowness in it. No true body, you don't really need to eat, but if you want to sprint you have to eat. Running through the cons, we've got the blob's disability. Some items will go through you, including food and any items. Hello bones, you also have 4 less hearts. Slippery body, armor randomly falls off of you. Blob non-pog vibes, villagers are creeped out by you so they're scared of you, and you also take more damage from axes. Honestly, overall this just seems like an idea themed off of a mixture of a slime and a Kirby based origin idea. Anyhow, running through the next origin in the Discord server, we got AK Boy Requiem with the origin idea called Living Nightmare. The old god awakens. Let's make sure that they kiss their dreams goodbye. Running through the pros and cons, we got the pros of Rampage, strength for 10 seconds after a kill. The more you kill before it runs out, the higher it gets with a maximum of strength 3. Oil Bird, parrots will cause all hostile mobs and players to glow in a 16 block radius, everything in your chunk basically. Clock's ticking. When holding a clock in your offhand, secondary key will consume the clock, giving you saturations for 10 seconds along with speed and strength 2. In the shadows, when in light levels of 3 or below, you get strength, speed, and haste 3. And well adapted, you have permanent night vision. And through the neutral abilities, you got H and Visage, you are lime green, and Phobia. All mobs are afraid of you except for bosses and iron golems. It's a neutral ability because it means getting your only food source is far more difficult. Going through the cons, we've got the carnivore, you can only eat meat. The one who defies, all baby mobs aren't afraid of you, and you also deal 2 times damage. The railway incident 2020, you cannot ride minecarts and get weakness, blindness, and slowness within 10 blocks of a rail. And no need for dreams, you cannot sleep. So at the end of the Discord message, he just says, dream character origin go bro. Either way, if you have any other cool origin ideas and concepts for any of the other people that you might think should join this server, let me know in the comments down below, give me some ideas. I do read the comments quite a lot, and I do tend to snipe some of these comments for ideas. Like for example, I've been collecting a fair few of Quackity ones for another follow-up to that video. Either way, if you did enjoy, make sure to slap the like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'm going back to the dark place which I once came. Either way, goodbye.